Most parents think they're protecting their children, but a shocking 95% unknowingly inflict subtle emotional harm that shapes their child's future. From over-criticism to unrealistic expectations, these silent patterns can create long-lasting insecurities. Imagine empowering your child with confidence, resilience, and emotional intelligence instead. Today, we'll uncover the overlooked traps parents fall into and actionable ways to safeguard your child's emotional well-being. Before it's too late, many parents unintentionally damage their child's self-esteem through constant criticism or negative labeling, thinking they are guiding them toward improvement. Words like lazy, careless, or not good enough may seem minor in the heat of a moment, but they leave a lasting imprint on a child's psyche. Children are remarkably perceptive, and when they hear repeated messages about their shortcomings, they begin to internalize these labels, believing them to be truths rather than opinions. Over time, these repeated messages form the lens through which children view themselves and the world, creating self-doubt and anxiety that can persist into adulthood. Even seemingly constructive feedback can be harmful if it is framed in a way that highlights failures instead of acknowledging effort or progress. For example, telling a child, "Why can't you do anything right?" focuses solely on their mistakes and ignores any attempts or small successes, which can crush motivation and foster fear of failure. This type of constant negative reinforcement can also lead children to develop a perfectionist mindset, feeling that no matter what they do, it will never be enough to earn approval or love. They may become overly self-critical, hesitant to try new things, and excessively concerned with pleasing others, all in an attempt to avoid criticism. Over time, these children often struggle with anxiety, depression, and difficulty forming healthy relationships because their sense of self-worth is contingent on external validation rather than internal confidence. It is crucial to understand that criticism itself is not inherently harmful. It is the manner, frequency, and focus that determines its effect. Constructive guidance, offered with empathy and balance, can teach children how to improve while maintaining a strong sense of self-worth. Praising effort, encouraging problem-solving, and recognizing achievements, no matter how small, helps children internalize the belief that they are capable and resilient. Moreover, shifting language from labels to observations, saying, "I noticed you didn't finish your homework today. Can we figure out why?" instead of "You're so lazy," creates a safe space for learning and growth. Children who grow up in environments where they are supported, rather than judged, develop confidence, curiosity, and resilience. They learn to take risks, embrace challenges, and see mistakes as opportunities rather than reflections of their value. Parents play a pivotal role in shaping these beliefs, and small, intentional changes in communication can dramatically alter a child's emotional trajectory. By replacing harsh words and negative labels with understanding, encouragement, and specific, actionable feedback, parents can help their children develop a strong foundation of self-esteem and emotional security. It is never too late to start making these changes, and the benefits ripple far beyond childhood, influencing how children approach relationships, education, and personal goals throughout life. The goal is not to eliminate guidance or correction, but to ensure it is delivered in a way that uplifts rather than diminishes, enabling children to grow into confident, emotionally resilient adults. Children are naturally emotional beings, experiencing a wide range of feelings from joy and excitement to sadness, frustration, and fear. Yet many parents, often unintentionally, dismiss or minimize these emotions, believing they are protecting their child or encouraging resilience. Phrases such as, "Stop crying," "You're overreacting," or "There's nothing to be upset about," may seem harmless, but they send a subtle message: emotions are wrong, unimportant, or inconvenient. When children repeatedly hear this, they begin to suppress their feelings rather than expressing them, which can have profound long-term consequences. Emotional suppression can lead to internalized stress, anxiety, and difficulty understanding or managing emotions as they grow older. Over time, children may struggle to communicate their needs, form trusting relationships, or navigate conflicts effectively. They might feel isolated in their emotional experiences, believing that what they feel is unacceptable or that seeking support is a sign of weakness. Emotional validation, on the other hand, is a powerful tool for nurturing healthy psychological development. By acknowledging a child's feelings, whether they are sadness, anger, fear, or excitement, parents teach them that it is okay to feel deeply and that emotions are a natural, valid part of life. Saying things like, "I see you're upset, and it makes sense because," or "It looks like that really frustrated you," communicates empathy, understanding, and acceptance. This approach does not mean allowing destructive behavior or avoiding boundaries. Rather, it models emotional intelligence, helping children recognize, process, and regulate their emotions effectively. Validating emotions also strengthens the parent-child bond, building trust and a sense of security that children carry into adulthood. Research shows that children who receive emotional validation are more resilient, better at managing stress, and more capable of empathy and compassion toward others. Conversely, repeated emotional invalidation can have lasting effects, contributing to difficulties with self-esteem, increased anxiety, depression, and challenges in forming healthy relationships. Children may grow into adults who either bottle up their feelings or express them in unhealthy ways, struggling to connect with others or understand their own emotional needs. Parents who take the time to listen, empathize, and guide their children through emotional experiences create an environment where children feel safe to explore feelings without fear of judgment. This emotional foundation is critical for cultivating resilience, self-awareness, and a balanced, confident sense of self. Importantly, emotional validation is not a one-time lesson but an ongoing practice. Every moment when a child expresses emotion, whether through tears, tantrums, or joy, is an opportunity to teach that feelings are valid, manageable, and communicable. By fostering this awareness early, parents help children build lifelong skills to cope with challenges, navigate complex relationships, and maintain mental well-being. Ultimately, prioritizing emotional validation equips children with tools to thrive emotionally, socially, and academically, creating a foundation of stability and security that lasts a lifetime. Many well-meaning parents fall into the trap of overprotection, often called helicopter parenting, believing that shielding their children from failure, disappointment, or discomfort is a form of love. While the intention is to keep children safe and happy, overprotection can unintentionally stunt emotional growth and hinder the development of crucial life skills. Children need opportunities to face challenges, make mistakes, and experience setbacks in order to learn resilience, problem-solving, and self-reliance. When parents constantly intervene to prevent struggles, children may internalize the belief that the world is dangerous, that they are incapable of handling difficulties, or that failure is unacceptable. This can lead to heightened anxiety, fear of taking risks, and an inability to cope with the normal ups and downs of life. Overprotected children may struggle with independence, often relying excessively on parents or authority figures to make decisions or solve problems. They may also have difficulty managing frustration, adapting to change, or pursuing goals without external guidance. On the other hand, allowing children to encounter manageable challenges fosters confidence and a sense of competence. Even small setbacks, such as losing a game, making a mistake in homework, or navigating a social disagreement, offer invaluable lessons about perseverance, critical thinking, and emotional regulation. By supporting children through challenges, rather than removing obstacles entirely, parents teach that mistakes are a natural part of growth and that setbacks can be overcome. This approach helps children develop a mindset that embraces learning rather than fearing failure, encouraging curiosity, creativity, and resilience. Overprotection can also impact social development, as children who are constantly shielded may struggle to form meaningful peer relationships or work collaboratively. Experiencing social challenges independently teaches negotiation, empathy, and conflict resolution, skills that are critical for lifelong success. Additionally, children who are given appropriate autonomy are more likely to develop intrinsic motivation, self-discipline, and accountability. It is essential for parents to find a balance, provide guidance, set boundaries, and ensure safety while allowing room for exploration and independent decision-making. Encouraging children to take on responsibilities, pursue hobbies, and navigate age-appropriate risks empowers them to build confidence and self-efficacy. Parents can act as supportive mentors, offering advice and encouragement without micromanaging every aspect of their child's life. Over time, children learn to trust their own judgment, handle setbacks with resilience, and approach challenges with a problem-solving mindset. In contrast, excessive protection can create dependency, low self-esteem, and difficulty coping with the inevitable challenges of adulthood. By stepping back at the right moments and allowing children to face manageable difficulties, parents provide a foundation for lifelong emotional strength, adaptability, and independence. The ultimate goal is not to expose children to harm or neglect, but to equip them with the tools, experience, and confidence to thrive in a complex and unpredictable world. This balance between guidance and independence ensures that children grow into capable, resilient adults who understand that challenges are opportunities for growth rather than threats to their well-being. Many parents unintentionally place immense pressure on their children by setting unrealistic expectations, believing it will motivate them to succeed. While the intention is often to encourage achievement, this constant pressure can have the opposite effect, causing stress, anxiety, and a fear of failure. Children internalize the message that their worth is tied to performance, whether in academics, sports, or extracurricular activities. When parents prioritize results over effort, children begin to measure their value by accomplishments rather than intrinsic qualities, such as creativity, kindness, or resilience. This mindset can lead to perfectionism, where the child fears making mistakes, avoids challenges, and struggles with decision-making because they are terrified of falling short. Unrealistic expectations can also strain the parent-child relationship, as children may feel they can never meet their parents' standards or gain approval, leading to frustration, resentment, or withdrawal. Even praise that is conditional, "You did well because you got an A," rather than acknowledging hard work and progress, reinforces this pattern, creating a cycle of anxiety and self-doubt. In contrast, balanced expectations, combined with support and encouragement, foster a growth mindset, where children understand that effort, learning, and persistence matter more than innate ability or immediate success. Celebrating small victories and emphasizing improvement over perfection teaches children that setbacks are part of the learning process, not a reflection of their value. When children are allowed to pursue goals that align with their interests and talents, they develop confidence, autonomy, and intrinsic motivation, reducing stress and building resilience. Unrealistic pressure can also affect emotional health, leading to chronic stress, low self-esteem, and difficulty coping with challenges later in life. Children who constantly feel the need to prove themselves may struggle with anxiety, depression, or burnout, and may even avoid activities they might otherwise enjoy due to fear of failure or judgment. Encouraging children to set their own goals and supporting them in a safe, non-judgmental environment allows them to develop responsibility, self-discipline, and self-confidence. Parents can model realistic expectations by showing empathy, understanding limitations, and reinforcing that mistakes and failures are natural parts of growth. Teaching children that success is not a rigid standard, but a personal journey helps them cultivate resilience, adaptability, and a sense of purpose. Over time, children raised with balanced expectations are more likely to embrace challenges, learn from setbacks, and develop a positive relationship with achievement. They grow into adults who value effort, maintain emotional well-being, and approach life with curiosity and confidence rather than fear and self-criticism. Ultimately, shifting the focus from results to personal growth, from external approval to internal satisfaction, ensures that children are equipped to thrive academically, socially, and emotionally while maintaining a healthy sense of self-worth. Parents who prioritize encouragement, support, and understanding over pressure create an environment where children feel empowered to explore, learn, and grow at their own pace, laying the foundation for lifelong success and emotional resilience. Inconsistent or harsh discipline is one of the most overlooked ways parents can unintentionally cause emotional harm to their children. When rules are unpredictable or punishments are excessive, children are left feeling confused, insecure, and unsafe. A child may never know what behavior is acceptable or how to earn approval, creating an environment of fear rather than understanding. Harsh discipline, such as yelling, shaming, or physical punishment, can damage the parent-child bond, leaving the child anxious, resentful, or withdrawn. Over time, children may begin to associate authority with fear, making it difficult for them to trust adults or feel secure in relationships. Inconsistent discipline is equally damaging. When parents alternate between strict enforcement and permissiveness, children struggle to develop a clear understanding of boundaries and consequences. This unpredictability can lead to anxiety and insecurity, as children never know what to expect from their caregivers. They may become overly cautious, constantly second-guessing their actions, or conversely, may test limits aggressively to understand where boundaries lie. Consistency paired with empathy, however, is a powerful tool for nurturing emotional stability. When parents set clear, fair, and predictable rules, children understand expectations and feel safe exploring the world within those boundaries. Discipline that is firm yet compassionate teaches responsibility and accountability without instilling fear. Instead of punishing harshly, parents can use guidance and natural consequences to help children learn from their mistakes. For instance, if a child breaks a toy in anger, discussing their feelings and helping them understand the result of their actions fosters self-regulation, problem-solving, and emotional awareness. Children learn that actions have consequences, but their self-worth is not diminished by mistakes. This approach also strengthens communication, as children feel comfortable expressing their thoughts, emotions, and concerns without fear of judgment or reprisal. Over time, children exposed to consistent, fair, and empathetic discipline develop self-control, resilience, and confidence. They understand limits and expectations, yet also know that they are valued and supported, creating a secure foundation for emotional growth. Conversely, children raised with harsh or inconsistent discipline may struggle with trust, struggle to regulate emotions, and even develop behavioral issues or anxiety disorders. They may internalize feelings of shame or anger, which can carry into adulthood, affecting relationships, career, and overall well-being. Parents play a critical role in shaping a child's emotional and moral development, and small adjustments in how discipline is approached can have lasting positive effects. By prioritizing understanding, consistency, and fairness, parents equip children with the tools to navigate life's challenges, manage emotions, and build healthy relationships. Discipline is not merely about correcting behavior, it is about teaching life skills, emotional intelligence, and responsibility in a way that nurtures security and self-worth. When approached thoughtfully, discipline transforms from a source of fear into a powerful framework for growth, shaping children into capable, emotionally balanced, and resilient adults who understand both boundaries and empathy.